And since I don't know, I figure you might not know. And since you don't know, I'll let you know. Brand's over there. I'm vlogging, Brand. I'm vlogging. I'm here at the Sphere. Bolt, don't eat that. Good morning on this mild and breezy Friday morning here in Las Vegas. Currently 50 degrees at 8:30 in the morning. There's Bolt and there's Bailey. Today's vlog is going to be a little bit different because the main reason I'm vlogging is not to share my boring and pointless existence as I usually do, but today I'm going down to the Sphere to see the Wizard of Oz show there. And I'm going to tell you what it's all about, and I'll show you as much as I can. Now, what's interesting about this Sphere show is I see all these clips from it, and all I ever see is apples falling from the sky. I'm like, I'm sure they're not real apples, or that'd probably hurt. They're probably like pin cushions. But I haven't heard any actual reviews of the. I mean, I haven't looked that hard, to be honest, but no reviews of this Wizard of Oz show has really appeared. I have friends who've gone. Nobody ever really says what it's about. They say, "Oh, it's cool. That's it. It's cool. Not bad. Pretty interesting." And what I'm curious about is this Sphere show for Wizard of Oz is supposed to be an hour and 15 minutes. Now, the movie is an hour and 45 minutes. So my question is, do they just cut out the boring black and white parts that nobody cares about to begin with? My kids were little. They just skip right to the color parts. They had no interest in that black and white stuff. Kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. Most of the time, my kids, when they watched that movie, skipped right to the factory. They didn't want to see Charlie Bucket and his grandparents. They didn't want to see the mom singing that song about Charlie. They didn't care. Get right to the good stuff. So I'm thinking the Wizard of Oz show might just get right to the good stuff right when she shows up there. Maybe a little bit of black and white intro. I don't know. And since I don't know, I figure you might not know. And since you don't know, I'll let you know. I don't know how much I can film in there, but I'm going to do some. I'm hoping to get one of my apple pin cushions, whatever they are. I can't imagine some guy up top aiming apples at a person's head. Forget this guy, I didn't like him. I'm leaving in about an hour, and I will share as much as I can at the time. Otherwise, I'll give you a recap afterwards. So, sounds good enough? All right, let's go. Off to the Sphere right now. Two snags. First of all, I got valet parking, which I didn't really want to get. Number two, I just filmed this in time lapse. So this is what it looks like when I'm talking in time lapse. But we're here. The line is over there waiting to get in, and the Sphere is right there. I'm here at the Sphere, and I'm waiting to go in 15 minutes. And someone keeps putting these thumbs up in front of the camera, among other things. We're back here a little bit. We're back here just a little bit. We made it in. There's a little mini Sphere over here that seems like it's showing some Wizard of Oz scenes. I want to check that out. Look, there's even scenes on the escalators. The optical illusion gadget I tested years ago. It's a bunch of fans all connected together. That's cool. There's a storm brewing. Here it comes. All right, here we go. Burger and fries, 2 Pepsi Zeros, hot dog, $54. $8.50. Interesting fries though. That's a long escalator. Man, this top section is very happening. Look at this crowd. Tons of people here. Middle section, not so. This is where it's at. This is where party's at right here. Top section. I keep dropping this thing. We made it to our seats. We're very red right now. Very red. We got our popcorn box. I think we're set. Show's over, had a good time. Now I'm waiting for my valet park car that I didn't mean to valet park. I got some thoughts on this, which I'll share with you when I get home. Well, I made it back from my Wizard of Oz experience at the Sphere. Overall, I enjoyed myself quite a bit. I can see why people like it. You know, it's very immersive. When the opening scene came on and the full Sphere lit up with video, the entire audience gasped. Ooh. The tornado was by far the highlight as far as I'm concerned. In fact, when the tornado was over, the audience applauded. Like, that's how good it was. Because you had wind, you had leaves flying through the air. I got a leaf. I don't know where it's at. I got a leaf. They're like little paper leaves. Every time the wizard showed up, there was fire up in front of the stage. Every time the witch showed up, the seats vibrated. So there's a lot of haptics involved in this, which is kind of cool. Now, there are people out there that don't like this experience, and I think that I can understand why. They had to expand the scenery to fit on that giant screen. They had to AI upscale it to show Dorothy's face on a 3 or 4-story tall screen. I can be forgiving of that. Now, what I think some people might be less forgiving about is this wind, and the fact that in some cases they actually took the characters out of the movie, the original movie, and placed them in new backgrounds. That could be seen as egregious by some people. I didn't mind it. It actually added, in some cases, a bit more of a realistic look, because the original movie's on a soundstage. They put them outside. Sometimes it seemed more realistic, but that's not the original movie, and purists may not like that so much. So when they're in the forest, they do drop apples out of the sky. We got an apple. And when they fall asleep from the flower petals, those also get released in there as well. I didn't get a flower petal. In fact, I think it was foam or bubbles or something. It wasn't even really flower petals. If you're a purist and you don't like a mess in the original, you may not like it. If you're cool with some enhancements, alterations, and kind of a unique experience, definitely worth checking out. So to answer my original question, if they show the black and white section, they do show some. The movie is shortened by about a half an hour. They pretty much capture the essence of the plot, but it is a little bit shorter. But they do have the black and white stuff in there. What's also interesting, there's actually some completely new added transitional scenes, which again, purists may not like that, but I can see why they did it. But I can see why people wouldn't like it too. Bailey's happy to see me. Brand's over there. I'm vlogging. This is important stuff. He's living inside. Hope he didn't think I was serious. I was joking around. Bolt, stop that. Bolt. Don't eat that. Anyways, I'm glad to be back home. I'm gonna be going back to my normal daily routine here, doing some editing of this vlog and my next review for Freakin' Reviews. And in a couple weeks, I'm going back to Sphere for the Backstreet Boys, and I'll give you some behind the scenes. Well, not behind the scenes, but I'll give you some my perspective on that one as well when that happens. But the day is still young. It's not even 2 o'clock yet. I still have time today. So let's see what else I can get up to today besides staring at the computer and petting Bailey. Well, I guess that's about a wrap for this day. Thinking back to my time at the Sphere today, I was looking at some of my photos, and you see people in the background. And what's interesting is that we're all that person to someone else. Like, we're all background people in someone else's photographs. I wonder to myself, am I in some 1970s photo album of people I've never even met as a kid in the background? Probably. Does it mean anything? Probably not, but it feels like it should, but I don't think it really does. Sometimes we have a tendency to want to assign more meaning to things than there really is. But I'm gonna assign some meaning to the rest of this day and turn this camera off and enjoy the waning moments of the day I'm having right now, because it was a pretty good day. I might as well milk the rest of it until it's over. But I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you next time.